So you want to invest in an entry-level condo, maybe a 1 or 2 bed condo in my marketplace of Surrey, BC, as a rental for future growth, income, maybe, but likely we're looking at future growth. But what areas should you invest? I'm going to give you my top 3 neighborhoods I think you should invest, but here is my disclaimer. This is not given on any sort of mathematical equations. I am not any sort of amazing real estate market guru. I'm going to tell you where I feel you should buy or where I would buy, just based on my experience of living within the city for my whole life. I mean, hey, I was born at Surrey Memorial. But first, if you like this type of content, please subscribe. If you would like to stay up to date on the Surrey marketplace, please hit that notification bell and also hit that like button to rank us up there and get this message out to other people via YouTube. So let's face it, Surrey doesn't have the best rep out of all the cities in the lower mainland. Well, I might even say we're right down there near the bottom of reputations, but that doesn't change the fact that people are moving to Surrey for affordability reasons. And it's also what I call the belly button of the lower mainland. It is smack in the middle. So if you do need to get to the valley, or if you do need to get into town, Surrey is the spot to be. Affordability, it's where the SkyTrain ends. I mean, it's got all these things going for it. And here are the top 3 neighborhoods I think you should invest and why. Everybody not living in Surrey thinks the nicest spot in Surrey is South Surrey / White Rock. Well, White Rock is its own city. So let's say South Surrey. Everybody coming from town says, I will only buy if I'm in South Surrey. And that is actually one of my neighborhoods on the list, believe it or not. But specifically within the Grandview, King George corridor, anywhere kind of tied to that Highway 99 hub, specifically to get into the city. The reasons why that is such a good spot to invest, well, you do have very new buildings. Grandview is the newer spot in South Surrey. It's nothing like Ocean Park, but Ocean Park, I mean, hey, there's no condos in that Richie Rich town. The first-time buyers and the people investing are likely looking at Grandview specifically up into Morgan and the King George corridor. It gives you that kind of village lifestyle. They've done a very, very good job of putting condos above businesses, giving those, say, potential tenants that you're looking for everything they need right downstairs. And as I mentioned, access to King George Highway, Highway 99 to get into town, those Beeline buses, the border. I mean, it is that kind of artery supplying from the border into town, into Vancouver. And that's why I think a lot of young people definitely want to be there. Now, my number 2 spot to invest within the city of Surrey is out in Cloverdale in the specific neighborhood of Clayton Heights. That is the area of Cloverdale that is north of Fraser Highway. Now, Clayton has a reputation of being congested, and yes, 100% that is true, but it is specifically true in the detached market due to those kind of coach home and 30-foot lots. So in condos, I don't think you're going to run into any sort of that congestion problem. Eventually, the plan is to get SkyTrain out as far as Clayton, which will for sure shoot up values. But really, it's a family-friendly area that will attract young singles and young couples who are your prime tenants for 1 and 2 bedroom condos. It again is a car dependent area, but with very easy access to Highway 1, meaning again, going in town, just like the South Surrey one, but easy out to the valley if you're the type of person that wants to either get out of town on the weekends or hey, lots of people are starting to work in the valley. Work is spreading out. So Clayton Heights is probably the best spot in Surrey to invest and also get to Highway 1. And my number 1 spot to invest in Surrey, if you're looking for a condo, is Fleetwood. And I'm going to give you a very specific area in Fleetwood. But why I like Fleetwood so much is it is a diverse melting pot of cultures. You're going to have a big selection of tenants to pick from. But specifically, I like the intersection, or as close to the intersection as you can get, of Fraser Highway and 160th. The reason for that is that there will be, or that is the location of a proposed SkyTrain stop, which I think will be absolutely fundamental in the growth of the Fleetwood neighborhoods. It is also one of the few spots that you will find condo buildings within Fleetwood. Fleetwood is mostly single family detached homes, and the new buildings that are being built are townhomes. If you can afford a townhome, for sure, invest there. But if you're looking for a condo, they do tend to be, and they are surprisingly open rentals, believe it or not, because that can be restricted in BC. But specifically along that 160th corridor between, let's say, Fraser Highway and 88th Avenue, there are very undervalued properties there that I see the biggest growth for in the future. And that is specifically why I picked Fleetwood, because of the growth. I don't think your dollar's cash flow is going to be super great there. I have noticed very high strata fees in particular, but when that SkyTrain comes through, you're going to have very few condo buildings. Future density will be there, hopefully. The rendering of the SkyTrain station, I think, actually has high rises in the background, so consider that. But I do think that your potential for growth on, let's call it, a 10-year plan is the greatest in Fleetwood. And let's face it, Fleetwood is one of the best spots to live within the city. It does have a nice relaxed feel with a whole bunch of parks. Again, at the moment, kind of car dependent, but also with Fraser Highway being right there and the bus loop, you can get right up to the SkyTrain in no time. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 picks. Just to summarize, Grandview area, or specifically along the 99 corridor in South Surrey, not all the other parts of South Surrey, specifically that one spot. Clayton Heights, north, that is Cloverdale, north of Fraser Highway, young, amazing, family-friendly, vibrant neighborhood. Congestion problems again, but remember, we're looking for condos, so we're not getting into those small lots. And then last, but well, not least, actually not first, is 160th and Fraser in the Fleetwood area. Massive growth potential, very slim picking. I actually tried to buy a unit in there myself, but I got impatient. I ended up buying not in any of these 3 places, mind you. So if you like this information, if you want to get this information out to other investors, please click that like button, and also watch for my next video, the 3 places not to invest in Surrey moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.